So, hello everybody, and welcome back to my, well, I wanted to say newfound addiction, but it's not really new. RIMWORLD ain't new, but let's just say that originally this day is dedicated to roguelikes, and a slight case of biotech came in between. I'm sure you guys don't mind for a change. And, well, there's a lot of chaos that I get to work myself through. So, let's see. Last time my best dude went wild and died has been replaced by Rush, who's been a really lousy replacement. And luckily we got ourselves a Man in Black called Arcady, who's a very good shooter, but beyond that, well, let's just say we have a lot of chemical interested people here. Okay. Well, not too happy with the current situation, and we got gutworms on Pixie. Luckily, the last few cases of food poisoning are finally over. That's really great to see. We had the pukies for quite a while. I'm afraid it will come back to. Hey, Aikichi, welcome. Blood and potatoes, yeah. Found that a pretty fun title for today, because, you know, we got a lot of potatoes and well, we need blood. That's my next bigger thing. I want to build a prison. I want to have a place where we're featuring a constant extraction of hemogen, because that obviously seems to be necessary. So I got a freezer here. I wanted to make my central logistics here. So no plans whatsoever for sleeping places or whatnot. Here's going to be the entrance for the base. So I think here's going to be an excellent spot for apartments and the like. Got the central storage going on there. We got the apartments then there so people can fetch their food easily, grab their stuff easily, and I guess this will be in the later stages a workshop or something like that. This means my prison can be somewhere here. Always like to have a bit of a vision of what I am up to. But let's go for the terrain affordability. Nah, here. Ah, this map is really a pain. I love it. So much nasty, soft sand and stupid other stuff hidden in between. Sounds a little bit weird when I put it like that, but I'm always quite happy when my map has some different difficulties and challenges. When you've played Tempered Forest for a while, you surely understand why challenges can be fun. And if you have missed that stream and you're just watching this as a video on demand, there's Twitter and Discord in the description box where you can hook yourself up and stay informed, because I post these things whenever they happen. Also, you can just subscribe and do the bell thing and leave that to YouTube. Apart from that, I want to do a quick pointer to the playlist link that's in the description box as well. The mod list of the current run will be there in a while. I'm currently still expanding my mod list because, you know, there's new stuff being updated every now and then, and currently I'm adding in stuff. I will put up a full list once I'm happy with the mix. Please stay with me for a while for all of you who are interested in the current mod list. It'll take a few more days. I'm sorry about that. And last but not least, check out Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. I'd be super happy about any support because, you know, as a full-time content creator, this whole project is really only possible because of the support of you awesome people. Big thanks to all the supporters out there. Nothing here would happen without you. And let's get into the game after the ad roll. So, Luxembourg, come on, let's keep that girl under the earth. This has been a stupid story to begin with. There we go. So is this Rush's daughter, or was that... no, that was the daughter of the other guy who decided to go monkey life and then died out there. Yana and the Forced Weather. So, what do we have here? We get a new character for Rainy Thunderstorm for the next 7 days. I'm in. My wind power says hi to the rainy thunderstorm. Go. We need people. So, Faithless, hey there. Start my run as baseliner. You had a plague that quickly? For you, man. Sucks. So, another person incapable of dumb labor. Here we go. Oh. So, we have now 2 people with that characteristic. Just what I needed. But Animal 17, so if anybody here decides to run wild ever again, Yana will tame it. Him, her, whatever. Animal 17, good lord. Should really do something with that. Cool stuff. What else? Plants 5. Really cool. Medical. Oh, medical and social passion. So, totally my Beastmaster. Totally. With an animal's rating of 17 and incapability of dumb labor, this fine lady will just keep training the most wacky animals the entirety of the day. It's the best thing that I can do with her. So, okay. Meteorite, compacted machinery. Wow, cool stuff. Alright, we have to mine that. So, a couple of my favorite mods are back online again. Allow tool, for example, is finally back. The nasty bug with weapon dropping is also not a thing anymore. You know, we had a situation where every dropped weapon just dissolved into nothingness. That was pretty shitty. And yeah, these things are over now. And we have so many different ideologies in here, we have to start converting ASAP. Alright, so bring up the prisons. Bring them up now. So, oh, why dev mode is still on? That's a remnant of the tutorials that I did all over the weekend. I just forgot to turn it off. Okay, a pretty difficult situation to be in right now. We've got a lot of mouths to feed, and a lot of things that I want to get done all at the same time. What could be possibly that? So, it's time to decide that Pixie is going to be the head of the Aturan cult. It's about time that we found our cult. So, shouldn't there be a purple thing? Oh, we have a own ideology tab now. It's no longer under risk. Oh, that's good. It's pretty good. So, Great Templar. Oh yeah, I like the looks of that. Because at the end of the day, we're going to build a Sanguophage temple, so all hail Pixie. All hail the new leader. It's been a successful role change. Great. Quest available, oil is set, no thanks. So Pixie doesn't have her weapon anymore, so we'll have to use the dev mode one last time, because of the simple reason, due to the bugs that I had, Pixie's masterwork longsword is poof. So we have to make her at least a longsword, because everything else would be really stupid, because I want her to have at least her starting weapon, you know. So yeah, of course. Drop me that wooden longsword again, thank you, game. I'll leave the realm of cheating after that. I'm very, very sorry that you guys have to witness that. I meant to do that between the runs, but so there's a method to my madness, don't you worry. Here, good steel longsword, that's what I wanted. I don't want to have a legendary or any other crap, but now we're going to, whoop, where is it? 5,000 damage these other things. There we go. Deleted. And now Pixie has her weapon, a worse one than the one that we spawned with, but I'm done with fidgeting around and trying to get myself the proper thing. I don't want it. Thanks. Alright, so do I have a hauler? Yes, I do. And Rush, seriously, is not really busy with anything else between that. That's good. That's really, really good. So we're going to need a prison area ASAP. That's going to be the next most important thing. Well, the defense constructions are also very, very important because Pixie is going to need to death rest soon. And during that time, we are quite vulnerable. So all the weapons are gone. Nobody has a weapon anymore. Okay.
Pixie isn't that fairy type usually?
Name came with a game. So here's another weird bug. Arcadie's gun is gone. Alright, so didn't mean to, but that's really, really weird that those cases with all the disappearing gear. I'm really happy that it's finally gone. Oh, come on, game. Why can't we order a specific type of quality when we create an item? So, at least restore the old status, you know. But that also means... So, one of these guys last time dropped the machine pistol, but I'm pretty annoyed by the fact that this bug destroyed so much of my gear and made the entire situation totally hard to understand. Just needed to check because I had PTSD whether or not that thing would remain on the floor, you know. Anyways, let's just keep going. We're going to require... Let's see, what do I research here? I do have already the ability to craft myself weapons, so let's do that. If I am able to build myself a machining table, that is. Well, construction 4, hooray, got that. Lucky me. Ain't got enough steel or components, but that's something we can work on. Ancient mech. Oh yeah, this is something you can use if you want to have a mechanitor. Just dismantle that thing, and you get a mech-link device. So that's one way of getting the job done. So, my dear dude, Rush. Crafting shouldn't be your highest priority anymore. We need that hauling as well. Oh boy, that's a pretty crappy situation to be in right now. Bugs made it pretty hard, and I've lost my best character. Tassus had some really cool stats here. Check him out. It's been a pretty big blow for the entire colony to lose that fella, but it is as it is. Oh boy, Yana sleeping in the freezer. Oof. So that ain't working as intended. So potato plant has died because of the cold, so it's about time that we harvest the rest of the stuff and so we cannot harvest these? Oh, they're not ready. Okay. A made dromedary. Okay. Alright, Pixie. Get it. She's taking quite a lot of damage from that, dude. But at the end of the day, Vampire wins. Okay. Still no reason not to take care of the wounds. So, doctoring. We got a passion on that. Well, still gonna let Rush do the treatment. I love to do the treatments by the worst doctors in situations where there's no pressure or anything, because You never know when you have only the worst people left to tend wounds, you know? It does happen more often than you like it. Hello, Boyd! Welcome! We're building up a vampire colony. Nothing special. Okay. So ideally, I think I'm going to wait until the next raid has spawned, and then I'm going to send Pixie into death rest. I think that's the best thing that I can do. This way I can wake her up if necessary, or let her sleep as long as possible. It'll all depend on the storyteller at the end of the day. I think that's the best choice to take. So far, I do like the Sanguophage background a lot, because you have a you have a super overpowered dude in your colony, but at the same time, it ain't a no-brainer, because it all comes with drawbacks and rules that make it not that as easy as you'd like it to. Pretty good stuff. Okay, and on the other hand, I am also very handicapped right now, because I've lost my level 9 constructor. All the construction work is so slow now, because I have a constructor who has no passion and a low skill value. Hooray me. So... also, my only mining people... oh, wait a sec. Pixie is willing to do mining. Awesome. Off you go, my little vampire. Chuck out these rocks. I always keep forgetting that dumb labor is not as restrictive as it sounds in the first place. Quest expired. Paid forced weather. More forced weather. So what happens if you accept 2 forced weathers on top of each other? How long has the stream been going on? You have hopped in at minute 17. Welcome. Happy to have you. Alright, at least finally the construction stuff is getting along quite nicely. Although we're out of stone yet again. Ugh. Well. But on the other hand, well... this flank is properly protected already. We're making some kind of progress. That's the least I can say. Sucks that I have brought in Yana as a constructor, because she's really bad at that. But I make the experience that if I don't have any passionate constructors, I just slap the job on 2 people and let them do it until they are good at it. It's the best thing you can do. And these filthy dromedaries are eating the remaining winter potatoes. Die! It's not as if we ever would be eating any of these, but I don't care, you know. It doesn't bother me. They don't get to get the potatoes, you see. Jokes aside, this is very helpful and so far bad. The animals are funneled towards my fields where I can easily kill them. This is pretty cool on low fertility maps. Your acres where you grow your crops are always attracting animals like crazy. So, well, I'll try that. So now we have what? What kind of weather is it now? Rainy thunderstorm or foggy rain? Huh? Foggy rain, so... well, that's at least not as loud anymore. I don't mind. And advanced components for free are always really tasty. It's among the most beautiful things that you could loot. Okay, so we don't seem to have any stones ready anymore, otherwise my dudes wouldn't be running around welding stuff. So Yana is capable of crafting. Wonderful. So let's cut some stones. Visitors. Recreation starved. Okay. Oh, and Arcady went into a breakdown because it's just his style. He was due for his regular breakdown, you know. Well, we really need so many things at the same time, and I get so few talented people here that yet nothing really done here in a quick time. Find that pretty amusing. Medical treatment needed. Oh yeah, the gut worms. So probably also a reason for the bad mood. Okay, now we got some stones to work with again. Wild huskies. So they want me to kill 2 huskies, and they would give me advanced components for that. I'm down. Bring in the huskies, man. It's pretty simple job. I just realized that it's absolutely not feasible to have Pixie as my primary cook. She will be not available so often due to the death rest. What should my people eat when the cook is death resting, you know? That's not really a long-term solution. Alright, there we go. Take that, you filthy dogs. So, regular colonist wouldn't be attacking that like that, but Pixie ain't a regular colonist. I love it. And this is some free medical training for a good guy. Rush? 65 years old, good god. Didn't know. Hey, free tomatoes, wonderful. Free food is the best food. So, speaking about this, I just realized that I could be achieving a lot more. Oh, come on, Pixie. So, she decided to kill Arcady now, the most useful person in the entire colony. And how the hell are you supposed to stop your vampire from doing that? The answer is not. Rest in peace, Arcady. Good job, you just destroyed your most useful person in the colony. Well done. I'm proud of you, Pixie. And you're not even willing to bury that guy. Yikes. So, Murderous Rage is one of these breakdowns I totally disagree on. Because it just doesn't make any sense for me. Why did she now kill that guy? Because she was recreation starved? You know, there's lots of other things that you could kill out there. Why somebody that actually is helpful for you? Doesn't make sense to me. But, well, the mental breakdown system of this game is one of the parts I agree the least with. There's so much bullshit going on in that regard. Like, the Run Wild breakdown is the same thing. Like, not the Run Wild breakdown as it is, but the fact that you can only get your person back with animal taming. As if the person that just went wild did all of a sudden not unlearn human language. What, whatever. The good thing about RimWorld is it doesn't matter at the end of the day. When stuff like that happens, usually you get a new colonist quite soon, and a better one too. So that's pretty cool in this regard. Hey, Gastadude, welcome. Happy to see you. So, worst part is that she really has to go to sleep soon. And, well, let's see. At least Rush can use that gun better. But I really disagree with stuff like, I killed somebody of my own people in my colony because I'm bored. Like, no. Sure, psychopath, but no. Not even a psychopath would do that, if the person is useful. I'd be okay if we'd be killing the least useful person, but, we didn't. But whatever. I think vampires can just sleep 1 hour a day. Yeah, I'm not talking about regular sleep, I'm talking about death rest. So, let's do that. Rather do it now. So we're pretty ill prepared for any bad thing. Right now, my construction skills are so crappy that I'm not even able to build any defenses. That's because my constructors keep dying. It's my second constructor that now died. I just brought this dude to the level where he finally was able to build stuff for me that I needed. But, well, as it is, as it is. The cool thing is, I have somebody with a burden spell, so whatever is going to raid us, we have a good chance to take it down if it ain't too scary and ranged. But everything melee is going to be pretty easily done and dealt with. And we don't have a cook anymore. Oh man, I really hope that this chain dying will stop soon, because it starts to piss me off a bit. Mostly because it's just very annoying when the people that just finally grew into their role keep dying every time. Yeah, they finally got there. Skippy. What's the difference with this vampire scenario? Well, you can get yourself a mechanitor if you'd want to. As it is, I could extract a mech link out of that thing. Well, the Sanguophage you get is a real super soldier. Hey Ash, welcome. You start out with somebody that has the sickest genome that you could possibly have from those standard backgrounds. You play somebody who's not aging. This lady is also impossible to kill unless you destroy the brain, and she doesn't age. She what's that thing? Metabolism is improved, no diseases, no scars, no nothing, strong melee damage, super fast healing, so you really have a nasty thing there. But the problem is she requires blood, obviously, and vampires also have this death rest need where they have to hibernate for a while, where they're just also not accessible. I could now wake her up from that forcefully, but as you see here, she has been in death rest for a day, and she needs to be there for at least 4 days. If you do that before the 4 days are over, she's going to feel like crap, and you don't really want that. So, oh, you have Necess too. Nice. I feel like Necess still needs some work to get there, but it's going to be a great game. Have a good one, mate, and good success with your preparations, I'd say. A solar flare! Why not? Rare behemoth. Alright. What's that thing? Ah, it's an alpha animal. Alright. Forsaken creature roaming fur. We're not going to touch that, you know. I have better things to do. It's just like an alternative Rumbo event, so to say. So let's use the opportunity here for more food and some shooting training for Rush. And Rush went into a hidden room. Wonderful. Okay, my dude. This place here is such a mental breakdown hole. I'd be not too surprised if we'd be actually losing this colony at some point. But we'll see about that. So the biggest difference between Mechanitor and this one, I'd say, would be the pollution. You have not to play with or against pollution, but instead you have the need for hemogen, which is, bluntly said, blood. And we're going to end the days, sure thing. Why are you guys so brutally? Why? Seriously? What's the matter with you folks? Eat without table, then get to the table and eat there, you fool. There is a table. Ravenously hungry. Alright, the barracks, I take that, but, with this guy, I at least know why. He's been a pretty bad addict, and, you know, it's not as if I would get any, quality colonists here. What would be the easiest way to transform the vampire to a mechanider vampire? I don't know, just install a mechlink in there. I mean, we could just try that. We could just try that too. Sure, no biggie. I just need to acquire a mechlink, and right now I don't want to take any extra risks. Not while Pixie's in death rest, and hey, she's already pretty well rested up, as a matter of fact. Cool. Hey, Volton, welcome. So, really hope that this place stops to have one vicious blow after another. Losing your best quality colonist set 2 times in a row is really nasty. Pretty annoying experience. Was just about setting up conversions of the people there, but that would have been too easy, I guess. But at least the fortifications are getting done. Slowly. Very, 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 very slowly. But the good thing about RimWorld is there is no such thing as time pressure. Things take as long as they take. So, one day in the future, Yana will be a decent constructor. That subsurface conduit project here is really some good training for her too. She's gaining a lot of XP by that as well. Why are you in constant serious pain? Ah, the gutworms, of course. I guess the gutworms are the reason why Pixie is so damn pissed, but, well. Hopefully, I just hope she won't kill another person there. Okay. Well, one throwback after another, and I'm pretty sure Pixie will be doing something wacky in a second too again, because she's that pissed. I mean, there's not that much that I could go for. I mean, I could beautify the environment, but how? There's all the workforce that I have is already busy. And Reddit says we can find a mech link on our starting location inside. Yeah, here. It looks like that. But on the other map that I played the other day, I didn't find one. So I really don't know if it's something that's spawning over the course of the time, or... Yeah, sure. Great. Good job, Pixie. You killed everybody around you. So, well, the mental breakdowns of a vampire are just nonsense at that point, because she's now going to stay like that until she's breaking down. Berserk is absolutely broken now that I look more closely at it. Don't know. Feel like this must be revised. Because what the hell are you supposed to do in that kind of situation? I mean, I could have tried to take Russian Yana and Burden and Gun, but yeah, I guess that would have been the solution. I don't know. So far, the whole thing here, what could I say? And now the Berserk Rage has come to an end. That's new. That's new. Since when do they do that? I've never seen something like that. In the past, berserk breakdowns were only ending after the person was just collapsing unconsciously. Probably that has been changed, or it is not happening anymore if the berserker had the opportunity to down somebody. Probably that's a condition where it would end regularly, because all my berserkers in the past were on that until they healed over. I mean, now it's absolutely great. We don't have anything anymore. We're totally done for, you know. Good job, Pixie. Proud of you. So, fungal husk. I don't know how that is that not. Ah. Let's see if that disease can lictor. Colonist needs rescue. All right. So so a vampire can die from a viral fungal infection. Interesting. Interesting, but nonsense. We were supposed to be immune against that, but okay. I knew that I would blow up myself there at some point. So let's see. Alright, she's just gaining immunity against that. That's how it works. Okay, well, I gotta say this is extremely anticlimactic. And a little bit, I don't know. I don't know. You have to be very, very careful around that. And the whole mental breakdown thing is... you have to play around these people completely different, therefore. And, well... how to put it? A lot of these things feel extremely outside of my control. So, let's see if a vampire can die from starvation. Hey, thanks for the gifts. What I did learn out of that is that, absurdly enough, to play with those people properly, you will totally need to have somebody to control your dudes somehow. Otherwise, you'll be not able to do anything. And, let's see. Alright, malnutrition ain't killing her either. But, what now? Is that going to stay like that forever, or what's the case? She's again now in death rest. Okay. So, good question to ask what's happening there. Oh, the fungal husk went back on his feet. So things where I totally disagree. First off, those gut worms. I don't agree. I don't agree. If I have a archide metabolism, I don't agree with gut worms happening. Sorry, but that feels like BS. I have perfect immunity and I have an archide metabolism, and I'm suffering from gut worms since I don't know how long, which were a pretty big part in why this whole colony went to dust, because the mental breakdowns of her came from pain and hunger. And pain and hunger are the side effects of gut worms. But I don't think that should happen. I don't know. It feels stupid. Now, the real question is, what do we do afterwards now? Because it's pretty sure that, yeah, character ain't dead, but, to me, she's looking quite dead. And, exhaustion. Oh, Pixie is back on with it among us. But, How did that thing actually survive? Anyways, this won't lead anywhere. As soon as she would get back up, that thing would stand up and kill her. Why don't you guys malnutrition? Why does a fungal husk have no need, obviously, of hunger? I'm quite surprised. They don't seem to have any. Let's see. Weird. Didn't want to have it ended like that. You know? It's been a little bit too fast for my taste, but I don't really know what I should be doing under these circumstances. Cold snap for pay. Yeah, sure. Also not really useful. Anyways, I think I'll have to accept that this is a lost cause, as much as I am unhappy about it. The interesting things that I learned out of that: people with death rest are never going to die, neither from malnutrition nor from other diseases that somehow get into their system as well. They also don't die from hemogen. I think they're going to kill people, though, if they are hungry, because, you know, reasons obvious. Transport pod crash. Yay! We're totally going to rescue Kate. And, yeah. Well, it's pretty good to know more about the robustness of a Sanguophage and so far, but I don't know. Took me totally by surprise how much care you have to take about having people to gun down that freak if necessary, or anything else that just incapacitates these people, because due to the extremely increased punching power of these folks, they really kill people astonishingly fast. That wasn't even a particularly quality of a longsword that she used there, and she one-shot people left and right there. So I think that's really something to take care of. Seems like vamps are Sith. There must be always two, one to break, one to recover. I don't know anything about Star Wars and so far, but I agree with you that this seems to be very, very useful to have one vampire to take care of the other. I mean, they can spread their stuff by default. Gene implanter is a default gene on them, but well, yeah. So the only really interesting question now is, will we do the next round with another Sanguophage, or will we go for a Mechanitor? I'll let you guys I'll actually let you guys decide, because I really have a hard time deciding until then. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything happening here anymore. So Sanguophages can get to the point where they are technically dead until somebody gets close to them and helps them back up on their feet. It's good to know. I mean, there's always something to be learned out of every catastrophe, so I like that in this regard. But I still find it super crappy that stuff like gutworms can happen. I disagree with that. Total disagree with that. This doesn't fit into the narrative, not at all. They should be immune against that as well. With the fungal infection, I could agree, because, you know, it's something artificial or something like that, and it doesn't kill the dude in the first place. But that is working like a disease on every normal other colonist too, and that feels pretty shitty. Should be somewhere here inside these archive metabolism or immunity genes inside. I feel like it shouldn't happen. You know, technically you could also have a vampire. Imagine a vampire with gutworms. Nah, nobody would really agree with that. So we're going to leave Pixie. I mean, I really hoped that I would have survived at least 30 minutes longer, but the amount of mental breakdowns on the fair lady here were showing me otherwise. So, is your resistance to fungal stuff going up? No, because her metabolism is a goner. So she's she's gaining immunity very slow, albeit very slowly. Just realized. Thought she'd not. So, I mean, maybe something will happen at some point, but I'll leave the dear audience to the next run. I can't decide whether I go for the Mechanitors, because I played around with that and it was quite some fun, but I also feel like I'm not done with this scenario, and I learned a lot about that. So Pixie could survive after a coffee break? I don't know. The problem is that she's locked in with that freak, and I don't know if she's going to go back up after the infection is gone, and I don't really think she's going to be able to take down that thing. So a visitor, yeah, okay, that could change everything. So Boris, you fool. You equip that? Do you have shooting? Yep, you do. So, let's see. Don't think that Boris has any chance against that thing. Let's see. But what Boris can do is lure that thing outside. So 4.28 versus 4.6. Actually, Boris is fast enough to gain the upper hand in that combat here. A royal tribute collector. Okay, today's my lucky day. So probably Pixie's story ain't over yet at all. That would be really fun. That's what I love about RimWorld. It's really worth clicking yourself through a very odd situation further and further. Because more often than not, real fun things happen. So what I learned out of that, every Sanguophage should be treated like a pop star. Build them their own apartment, build them everything they need to keep them away from mental breakdowns. That's extremely important. Everything else, well, we saw what happens if you don't respect that. And we're being raided by the filth organization. So Boris, you know your job, man. Tox grenades. Holy crap, what a nasty dude. So, let's see. One shield. Yay! More people are drop potting. So the game really doesn't... the real fun part is that the game doesn't realize that Pixie is effectively not really alive. The game pretends as if she's alive-ish, you know? So let's see what happens if now that Boris can rescue her. So tend to Pixie. Boris can build the solar generator because Boris is a beast of a constructor. Okay, so I already thought this run would be over. Okay. Fun. So, Boris, you're going to be a doctor too? Let's see. So, looks like we're going to get back at it, man. Yep. Crazy. So, RimWorld things. So that guy is also able to cook well-ish. But compared to our previous situation, Boris is a gift from the heavens. Problem is just that he's not a person who will stay, and he might be just betraying us. That would be an interesting situation, though. Well, let's see how that'll go out. At least finally that stupid case of gutworms is over. That's really, really a relief for me. Okay then. Well, let's see how that'll play out. We're still in game, guys. Most surprisingly, seems like RNGs has heard my cries for "I'm not done yet," or about "I'm not done yet." I want to keep that Boris dude. He's extremely well fit for the kind of job that I have to do here, and we need to have hemogen extraction soon. As soon as possible. So we're going to build a bit of a marble building here. So this is the boss's quarters. Okay, so we're back in game. Crazy. And good guy Boris is meanwhile getting done all the work that hasn't been done in the remaining time. So, well, we'll have a shortage of wood, though. Snow hares. Dromedaries join. Yeah, great. Just what I need. Well, we're going to butcher these. Well, he definitely wouldn't stay only because I implanted the Sanguophage genes into him. I'm pretty sure that this wouldn't make the person stay by default. No. I'd be more than surprised if that'd be the case. Okay, so... Ancient danger, hey. I'm so afraid. Or something like that. Okay. So, Pixie's back in a sec. So, let's see how pissed she's going to be. What makes me love RIMWORLD? Mostly the fact that there's never one game like the other. Like, there's... it's literally impossible to play two colonies that are exactly the same. Hey, Tantraming! So... Luckily, I have finally somebody who's able to build that poor vampire chick a chess table, so maybe this'll stop her from being so salty the entirety of the day. So, Boris, your top priority should be cooking. Yeah, Dark Oz, Pixie went first into Murderous Rage and killed one of my dudes, and then she went into Berserk and killed the other two guys. Then she broke down for a couple of days until a refugee wanted to come on by and wild stories. And why is there power disconnection there? So, where did the power line get destroyed? Here. Yeah, well, I had no clue that this is such a big necessity in vampire colonies that you have to train the rest of your colony that they're going to be able to kill the or down the vampire for the time being. Okay, so we got what we need there, so... Yeah, definitely you're right about that. I think the real important thing is that you need people with good ranged attacks that are able to gun that person down when it goes nuts. Because, I mean, they are deathless, so the chances are really, really low that you are actually going to permanently injure them. But you really have to have the ranged capabilities, because nobody will win a brawl with a vampire. It's just not gonna happen. Might have been very, very unfortunate, the why she had these mental breakdowns, because I really disagree with gutworms happening on a vampire. But it's been nevertheless very, very educative, you know. So... Well, I wouldn't turn people into vampires eagerly either. My plan was more like to take care of one of them and make it work decently before I go to another one of them. So it seems like her tantrum relieved her of her pressure. So, the other thing we can do there is, let's see. What's the schedule for a night owl again? They like 23 to 6. Alright. I really don't know why we don't have a auto owl automatic here. Oh damn, that's the wrong one. Stupid me. Like, it would be so much easier if there'd be just a button for a night owl. Do your thing. I really don't get it. Like, this is such a... you need to download a mod for that. There is a mod called Auto Owl. And it does exactly that. But, otherwise, you'll have to do this like I do it here. There. So she's going to sleep now during the day hours if she can. So she doesn't get pissed about that either. We need to take care of her mood better. Obviously. Okay, run ain't over. I'm happy. That's what I wanted. And my dude Boris is hopefully going to finish that chess table before his visitation is over. Sensory mechanites! But luckily this time not on the vampire again. That would have been really, really nasty. Alright, Pixie's back to intellectual work again. Yo, Boris, hold those components, please. We really do need them. So, let's see. Let's set up a new mining job for her. I feel like mining is just such a good job for a vampire, even without passion. So I don't need her researching the entirety of the day. I really don't. Okay. You also need to take care that there's a place where they can eat closer to the kitchen. Because at the end of the day, I constantly see those people do one thing, grab their food out of the kitchen and eat it there. And that is just not cool. So we'll have to change that. So my hemogen resources are slowly running dry, I wanted to say. So let's reinstall the bed here. Le prison. Pixie, dazed. Fire starting spree. Boris. Dude, what a timing! Torch down the place, my man! I gotta say, this run feels a tiny little bit cursed. Just a tiny little bit. Good job, man. You screwed over the entire place. And there burns my advanced component, too. So, colonist needs rescue. No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to rescue you. Because I can't in the first place. And the other reason is I don't want to. I just don't want to, you know. Didn't pay attention that this guy has a goat juice dependency too. Probably the reason why he went pyromaniac in the first place. What a crazy coincidence to have this dual breakdown. Usually don't have these. Well, as soon as Pixie is back on her back to herself, she's going to have a good munch on him. Because I don't think that he's going to... yeah, he's not going to come back from that. So Hussars are... they have a dependency on goat juice. Alright, today I learned. There's a lot of really nasty little things that you don't know about, that you don't know about in the first place. But that's okay. So, let's see if this is necessary there. So can I now do the blood feed? Only be used on colonists, prisoners, and slaves. Alright. So, Pixie is living in ruins again. And, well... there you go, my dear. You have to construct that place yourself now. But we're going to steer away from those wooden walls, because, you see, there's that good old concept again. Wooden walls are great until they are not. It's been a while since my since I had a colony burnt down like that. Well, doesn't change anything. So Pixie wants to finish the chess table first. I disagree. This is a really interesting situation. Dromedary meat has rotted away in the storage. Yeah, we're out of power. That's why. Mad Boom Rad. Okay. Interesting things are happening here, so, I think that's the end of Pixie. Yep. So, classically, fire is something that can kill your vampires, and I think this has been one of the most ironic deaths that a Sanguophage could get. Killed by a mad boomrad explosion, while the other dude was incapable of quenching the fire. So I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. Now I'm okay with that. That's the kind of death I'm totally okay with. Yeah, that boom rat got Boris too. Serves him right. Serves you right. Okay, guys. So that's been that story. I think that's been a great story. The story of blood and potatoes is over. And if anybody wants to drop me what the next, if we want to play anything else next, feel free to. And I'll be preparing the next stream in between, because I feel like I'm going to go for my RimWorld today. Biotech is new, and you guys will see me there in about 10 to 20 minutes. Or if this has been a video on demand for you, feel free to tune into Twitter or Discord, where I post all the streams before they happen, or just subscribe, do the bell thing, and YouTube will do that for you. Apart from that, this video deserves 1 or 2 comments, I think. Maybe a thumbs up too, that would be great. And feel free to check out the playlist link down there if you want to see the other video too. It's just a 2-episode playlist though. Well, whatever. Maybe I'll fit in other Sanguophage playthroughs there. Last but not least, check out Patreon, PayPal, and buy me a coffee if you'd like to support this channel. Be my guest. As a free content creator full-time, I can use all the help that I can get, and thanks to all the supporters yet again. You guys are awesome. So see you guys in a hot minute, and feel free to jump on into the Discord. See you there.